Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Fragrance for All. I hope everyone watching is doing great today. And I'll be talking today about the house of Mancera. So, the house of Mancera is considered a niche house in the fragrance industry. They have a wide range of fragrances. Most of them perform really well. They offer lots of Middle Eastern scent profiles, as well as the regular French Western type of scents. They're more affordable, considering the fact that they're niche. So you can get fragrances here that are priced as a designer fragrance or maybe a mid-tier designer as well. Some of them I got for really, really good deals. So yeah, these are the ones that you can see right now. These are 16 bottles, the bottles that I own currently. I just turned them around, except for this one, because it's like one of the most famous from this house, Intense Drap Boisé. I mean, so Drap Boisé itself, the OG, is basically like the poster child of this house. So yeah, they've got some really great hits, some misses. I'll be talking about plenty of fragrances in this video. So these are the 16s that I have. I'm gonna rate them in this video, and I will also mention the bottles that I've had in the past, because I've had maybe another 7 or 8 bottles other than these that I already sold. I will also talk about them before I get into the main list. So this video is gonna be considered somewhat of a Mancera buying guide. You can think of it that way. So it's going to be a really long video. I'll leave some timestamps in the description just to make it easier for you. Alright, so with this long introduction out of the way, let's get into the list. And now, at first, I'll mention the ones that I have sold, and I'll talk about them briefly, and then we're going to get into the main list. Alright, so you can consider these honorable mentions. They're not really honorable mentions, but think of them that way. So I've had, I think, 7 bottles in the past, and I sold them. So I'm going to mention these first before I get into the main list of the 16 that I currently own. Okay, previously owned. First one is Lemon Lime. Lemon Lime is basically a citrus aromatic fragrance. It's got a lot of lemon, like a synthetic lemon note throughout the life of the fragrance. Lots of musk, lots of oak moss. It's a kind of a fragrance that if you like stuff like Dior Eau Sauvage, stuff like that, this is in a similar vein, it's in a similar family of fragrances. Comes across masculine to me, lasts a very long time, over 8-9 hours, and it's best for summer and spring. Next up is Tonka Cola. Tonka Cola is basically all about cinnamon, cherry, some lingering citrus feel throughout the fragrance. Tonka, of course, and cola, definitely. So it's a very good fragrance. By the way, every fragrance that I'm talking about today is gonna be, masterfully blended. And you may even think like, you sold Lemon Lime and Tonka Cola? Are you crazy? I know. These are really popular fragrances, but my tastes have been changing as of late. So I'm more interested in heavier scent profiles than I am with the freshies these days, at least, So yeah, let's get back to Tonka Cola. Like I said, those are the notes that I mentioned. Cinnamon, cherry, Tonka, and Cola are mainly what you're gonna get from this one. It comes across masculine to me, but I don't think it's gonna be that wrong if a woman pulls it off. It will still be okay. Lasts a very long time as well, over 9-10 hours. And for seasons, it's mainly, I think, maybe all year except for summer. And then next, I also had Black Intensive Oud. This one is a super floral rose Middle Eastern fragrance. It is not for everyone. I bought it. It smells good, but it's really, really hard to pull off, especially in my kind of weather, tropical weather. I'm never gonna wear it. It's gonna be, it's the most difficult to pull off. It has chili pepper. It has lots of rose, some peach as well. It is a polarizing scent for sure. It leans more on the feminine side than it does to the masculine, although it's still considered unisex in my opinion. And longevity, I think this one is the longest lasting Mancera I've tried. Like it lasts maybe 20 hours on my skin. It was wild. It was so strong, but I just couldn't pull it off. And it's basically a winter scent. Like you need really like cold weather to wear it. And next one that I sold is wild fruits. Wild fruits is just what the name says. It's very fruity and really fresh, like super fresh scent. It's almost transparent, like really extremely fresh. Some of the notes, if memory serves me correctly, like kumquat. There's kumquat in it. There's some floral notes. There's musk as well. It comes across smelling a little bit like Silver Mountain water, but it's different enough in my opinion. Now, it is a unisex fragrance. Longevity with this one, it's the weakest one I have tried from Mancera, but it still gives me like 5 to 6 hours, so still okay. Seasons, I think it's a strictly summer fragrance, wild fruits. After that, I also sold Oud Vanille. Oud Vanille. This one honestly was the most disappointing Mancera fragrance I have tried, and the reason for that is that it smells so unoriginal. Like they didn't do anything. Like they took a vanilla oud scent profile from the Middle East and they just slapped a Mancera, logo on it. Basically, that's all they've done. So it smells like Amir al-Oud Intense. I think that's what it's named by Latafa. It smells also not like that, but Majd al-Sultan. If you remember that one, Majd al-Sultan by Asdaf. It smells almost exactly like this. And why would I pay like close to $100 or $80 for that? Well, if I can get it for like 15, So I just sold it. I didn't enjoy it. So and it has a lot of pepper. And if pepper is front and center in a fragrance, I usually don't enjoy it. This has a lot of pepper. Vanilla, of course, tons of it, and oud from this fragrance. So it just didn't work for me. And it smells unisex, 100% unisex. Lasts a very long time, although it doesn't project that much. And in terms of seasons, it's best for winter and fall. And I also had Solio d'Italy, and I sold that. The reason I did this is because it is a very good fragrance. It smells like every designer fragrance blended into one, something like that. Someone, I forgot the gentleman's name, someone on YouTube, I watched his review like a while back, and he described Solid Italy as smelling like the fragrance section at a department store. Like if you go to a department store and you go to the fragrance section and everyone has been spraying all the designers in the air, like the Sauvages, the Blue de Chanels, the Acqua di Gius, it's all in the air. So that amalgamation of all those scents put together, in the air, it smells like Solid Italy. So it's like a very mass appealing fragrance. So to me it was kind of boring, to be honest, but it is like if you're into blue fragrances and you want something that will work for everyday use, just go get Solid Italy. It's hard to dislike that fragrance, very hard. And it's to me it's more of a masculine fragrance. It is just a fresh fragrance. Think of citruses and blue notes and all that stuff, woody notes and musk. It's that. Think of Blue de Chanel, all those blue fragrances. That's what Italy is about. Also lasts very well, like 8 to 9 hours. Seasons mainly summer and spring for this one. Masculine scent, like I said. And the last one that I sold was Midnight Gold. Midnight Gold, this is a very fresh and clean type of scent. It is musky, it is floral. It does remind me of a fragrance from the past, like I smelled it maybe in the 90s or something. Givenchy, I think Givenchy Pour Homme or something like that, like a blue label that's on it. There was a blue and a red one. This one reminds me of the blue one, Midnight Gold. So yeah, some of the notes I think neroli, black pepper, musk, of course. There's a lot of musk in this fragrance. Like if you're into musky, clean scents, white t-shirt type of scent, this is gonna work really nicely. Midnight Gold, and it is unisex in my opinion. Maybe I think 100% unisex. A slight like a 1% more towards the masculine side, but it's I would still say it's unisex in my opinion. And it's a summer and spring fragrance as well, in my opinion. Okay, these are the ones that I've had. All right, and now we're gonna get into the main list. And now the main list are the 16 fragrances that I currently have, full bottles of. And just to remind you, I'm not all the fragrances I'm talking about in this fragrance. All the fragrances I'm talking about in this video are ones that I have owned full bottles of. I'm not counting samples or decants that I have. I'm only counting full bottles. All right, so now I'm gonna clear up the table and we're gonna start with the main list. All right, now that the table is clear, it's time to rank the 16 bottles that I have. Now let me tell you, this is really difficult to rank because I love all of these. These are all brilliant fragrances. Now maybe the top 6, they've been the same because I recorded this video like maybe a month ago, but I didn't like it, so I didn't upload it. But now I'm recording this video again, and let me tell you, the order or the ranking has changed since since 1 month ago. So maybe if I record this in another month, the order will be different. However, the first 6, like the top 6, they've been the same. I haven't changed those, but the others, they've all changed. Anyway, let's get into it. So at number 16, I have Crazy for Oud. Now this one, Crazy for Oud, it smells phenomenal. Let me just start off by saying that it smells really good. It's just, to me, it's a bit of more of a linear fragrance. I don't see it as super interesting. Like, it smells really, really good. There's no denying that. You're gonna get oud, you're gonna get tiramisu, some woods, other than just oud that will be in the background, some floral note. It smells so good. It's just a bit linear and a bit meh to me, honestly. I still like it. I may sell it in the future, I'm not sure, but as of now it's in the 16th spot, and it smells 100% unisex to me. It lasts over 9 hours, and for seasons I think this is more of a winter and fall type of scent. So at number 16 is Crazy for Oud. And at number 15 we have Oud Violet. Okay, so Oud Violet, this one, as the name suggests, violet. You're gonna get so much violet in this fragrance, especially from the opening. Like, it comes across smelling like a spiced violet that is powdery and a bit sweet. So that's how it starts off. So the opening is a little, and it's also a bit leathery in the opening, in green. So it's kind of weird when it starts off, but as it continues to develop and the violet, dies down a little bit, it gets a little bit floral and a little bit aquatic as well. And I think the aquatic nature maybe is coming from the violet itself, because violet, with its sweetness and watery nature, can come across smelling like an aquatic type of note. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from this one. And it continues to dry. You're gonna get leather. You're gonna get like musk and woods in the base. It smells really masculine to me. It's also it has a bit of a throwback feel to it, kind of like a 90s type of fragrance, a 90s men release, something like that. But it's a really nice fragrance. This caught me by surprise. I did not expect this to be as good as it is, because it has a really low rating as well on Fragrantica. But yeah, it is a really nice, fresh scent that is maybe catered toward a bit more mature men. It gets also more powdery as it dries down, something that the powdery aspects of Prada fragrances, something like that. If you've tried Prada L'Homme Intense, it has a similar feel somehow. And also, if you've tried Bogart Pour Homme, it also has a bit of a similarity to that as well. That's Oud Violet. Longevity of this is over 9 hours. Very good. Seasons are summer and spring, in my opinion, with this one. So that's Oud Violet at number 15. And at number 14, we have Blue Oud. Alright, so Blue Oud. This isn't blue, okay? Let me just tell you this from the get-go. This has nothing to do with blue. This is a leather fragrance, in my opinion. It's very spicy. It's got a lot of cloves. So if you're not into cloves, don't touch this fragrance. This is very spicy, clove heavy, leather heavy fragrance. Green. It has a tarragon note that is quite strong. Like, it gives you this green earthy effect throughout the scent. The leather is quite prominent here. Now this one, like, the opening is so clove heavy, you may just scrub it off immediately once you spray it, because it's not, the opening is not for everyone, let me tell you that. As it dries down, it gets really, really good. Like, it smells somewhat Middle Eastern, but it has this like roughness about it. Like, normally Middle Eastern fragrances, to me, like, there's a lot of rose in them, a lot of oriental notes. You're gonna get this here as well, but this is more of an earthy, leathery, rugged type of scent. This is a very masculine, in my opinion, like super masculine. It lasts a very long time as well, about 9 hours for me. And seasons, I would wear this, I guess not in summer, but every other season is okay. But this is, every fragrance on this list is not a safe blind buy, but this one is like at the top of the least safe blind buy type of fragrance. So that's Blue Oud for you. That's at number 14. At number 13, we have Pink Prestigium. Now, I know you may look at the bottle, you look at the name, you may give me this type of look. I get it, it's okay. But this one is, honestly, it is not as feminine or as pink as the name or the bottle suggests. In my opinion, this is a totally unisex fragrance. This is basically a citrus, fruity, rose water kind of fragrance. That's the basic profile to me. Now this has notes like blackcurrant, maybe bergamot, like a citrus note, grapefruit, lots of it in this fragrance, like throughout the life of the fragrance. A bit of oud that's present, rose of course, musk, and leather. There's leather in the base. Now when you first spray this, you're gonna get hit with the fruity notes, and it will come across smelling like a feminine scent somewhat. But really, if you let it dry down, it's 100% unisex in my opinion. I even think some women may think this is a little too masculine for them. Trust me, it's not super pink as the name suggests or as the bottle suggests. It's not. It's perfectly unisex in my opinion. Pink Prestigium. I really enjoy this one. I think I'm gonna take this to my next beach vacation. This is one of the scents that I will be taking. Now, in terms of longevity, this one lasts a very long time on my skin, like over 10 hours. It's just not a projection beast. This is gonna sit closer to the skin, but it's gonna be there, and those who are near you will smell you for sure. Smells very very pleasant and kind of safe in my opinion. Like it's not the kind of fragrance that will make people like get disgusted or something like that. It's a very very pleasant type of scent. In terms of seasons, this is summer and spring, strictly summer and spring, but it's very very nice. And if you find a good deal for it or you find a sample, don't overlook it just because it says pink and the bottle is pink. It is a very good fragrance. So that is at number 13, Pink Prestigium. At number 12 we have Sicily. Alright, so Sicily is basically your super fresh, super citrusy, fruity fragrance. This has lots of citruses up top, peach as well, that is so fruity, and floral notes, I think jasmine and other florals in this fragrance. There's musk in the base, quite strongly. It is a really, really happy juice for me. Like this is my happy juice. Every time I smell this, I smile. Like it's a really, really pleasant and uplifting type of fragrance. This is really unisex in my opinion. Some men will think that it's feminine, maybe because of the peach in my opinion. Peach may give it that feminine feel, but it is 100% unisex and it's brilliant. It's a very good freshie from this house. And you're gonna get really good performance over 8 hours with this one. And this is definitely strictly summer and spring type of fragrance. So that is Sicily at number 12. And at number 11 we have Black Line. Black Line. This is your rose, woody, musky, leathery fragrance. If you want to start, you're really afraid of rose and you think it's a polarizing note, you can start with this one. Maybe sample Black Line first and give it a try. It is one of those really easy to wear rose fragrances. And like the name might make you think this is a dark fragrance and a nighttime type of scent. No. This one is super fresh, super clean, like really, really clean, really musky, and the leather here is really smooth. The rose is clean. It is not feminine at all. In fact, this fragrance, I think it's unisex, totally, like 100% unisex. Doesn't lean one way or another. Maybe it's a little bit more masculine to some. Maybe, I'm not sure. You have to try it. I still think it's 100% unisex, and it's a very, very good for those who want to try rose but are afraid of it. This is a good entry for you. Very fresh, very clean, very easy to wear. I think it's a year-round type of scent. Maybe not in the winter. I don't think it's strong enough for the winter, but any other time of the year it's gonna be good. Lasts a very long time as well, 8-9 hours, but projection with this one isn't that strong. This is a bit intimate, but it smells really, really phenomenal. It smells interesting. It's one of those that people, they sit next to you, they will ask you, what are you wearing? Because it's different and it's very pleasant, very easy to wear. So that's Black Line at number 12 or 13 or 11, I forgot. I think it's 11. Number 11 is Black Line. And now we're getting into the top 10. So at number 10 we have Oud Blue Notes. This is my most recent Mancera. So, maybe if I spend more time with it, the ranking will change. Maybe it will remain in the top 10, maybe it will not. I don't know. But as of now, it's in the 10th spot. This one to me is a very woody, powdery fragrance. It's not very sweet, but has a decent level of sweetness. The first time I sprayed it, I thought immediately of 1 million, like the regular 1 million EDT. Some people also compare it to another fragrance from the same house, this one, with lemon mint. I mean, they have a similar bottle somehow, but honestly, I do not think they smell alike. They smell different. Like maybe the opening, like for a split second, you may think the two are alike, but I don't think so. Like when they dry down completely different. So these are not redundant, at least in my opinion, they're not. So yeah, oud blue notes. So you're gonna get some citruses and lots of fruit, like a kind of a mixed fruit type of note, synthetic kind of. I wouldn't say bubble gum, but it does remind me of some kind of fruity gum. It has that scent in it, fruity, sweet, woody. It has lots of sandalwood that gives it a bit of a creamy touch as well. And it really makes me think of 1 million, but more of a less screechy, less loud, less juvenile interpretation of 1 million. Let's think of it that way. But they still don't smell alike, like completely, like this is a clone of that. It's not the case, but there are some similarities that I noticed from the get-go. So it is a very good fragrance. This is very easy to wear. I think this is year-round, maybe not summer mornings. Summer nights are okay. Any other time of the year will be okay as well. Smells more on the masculine side to me, although some women may wear it. I don't think it will be a big deal. It's not too masculine for some women not to consider. But yeah, I would still recommend it for men. And it's a very good fragrance. It lasts maybe 8-9 hours on my skin. And it's not super loud. No, actually, it lasts more than that, maybe 11 hours or so. But it's not a loud fragrance. This is not gonna be one that fills a room or something. But it's very pleasant for those who come near you. So at number 10 we have oud blue notes, and at number 9 we have Saharan wind. The word Saharan means of desert or related to desert. The word Sahara in Arabic means desert. So this one, it basically means the name says wind of desert, or like desert wind basically. And I think it's a very appropriate name for this type of scent profile, because it really feels like hot air. Like if you're in the desert and it's hot but it's windy at the same time, like the wind is there but it's hot. It's a hot type of wind. That's what I feel from this fragrance. It is a warm, spicy fragrance, but super masculine. It has notes like tobacco and other woody notes. I forgot which is which. Some leather. It's a bit of a polarizing scent. You've got to enjoy your masculine fragrances. You've got to enjoy spicy stuff. Like this is really spicy, but it's really brilliant. Like this is a grown-up type of fragrance. This is for men who are above maybe 35. They can rock this, enjoy it, and it even smells better dressed up, in my opinion. It's different than anything else from the house. It's really wow. And something about it also comes across smelling like cola. Like it smells more like cola to me than Tonka Cola does. you know. So I don't know what else to say to describe it. It's a bit hard to describe this fragrance, but it's spicy, woody, tobacco, leather. It is that kind of scent. Really, really different. Very masculine, like I said. Lasts over 10 hours. Not a projection beast, but and this doesn't have to be a projection beast. Let me tell you that the way it projects is appropriate for this kind of scent. You don't want this to be too loud. People will hate you. But it's really good. For me, I really, really enjoy it. Seasons for this, I think fall, winter, maybe spring, not summer at all. This is one of those that you really, really have to try before you buy, okay? I'm just gonna have to tell you that. At number 9, Saharian Wind. At number 8 is Black Gold. And oh my god, this one is just, it's a massive fragrance. This is one of those really loud, masculine scents. It's got so much lavender in it. And with the cinnamon as well. So the lavender and cinnamon gives you like a sweet sweet lavender type of note that is dominating this fragrance. There's also leather, there's also oud, other woods, violet, rose. Some that violet and rose that comes in the mid might turn some people off, because I've seen some people on Fragrantica saying, "Oh, it's a grandma smell somewhere in this fragrance." I understand what they're talking about. It doesn't come across like a grandma scent to me. It's like a very modern, creamy lavender type of scent. And think of, I don't know, which one would be closest to this. Maybe think of why EDP or Y Elixir, that kind of scent profile doesn't smell like it. Let me reiterate this: they do not smell alike at all, but it is that type of scent. The one that is strong, versatile. But here it's not as versatile as designers. Like it's a pleasant masculine scent, not a weird scent profile. Like when you smell it, it's not gonna come across like something totally new. It's not like that, but it is different enough to make you, to convince you that this is a niche scent. Because there is oud. The more it dries down, it changes really, really a lot when it dries down. Complex scent, not safe. Again, like most of the fragrances on this list, you have to try before you buy. But if you like this one, you're really gonna enjoy it, because it's very strong and it will make a statement, basically. Black Gold. It is masculine to me. I don't see a woman wearing this, but nowadays everyone wears whatever they like. So as long as you try it before you buy it, you most likely will enjoy it. And the longevity, crazy longevity with this one, over 12 hours for me, and it's really loud in the first 3 hours or so. Quite a strong fragrance. Seasons, I think this is a year-round type of fragrance, but you have to, after you smell it, you will know that maybe this is not best for like scorching hot weather. You can wear it in the heat, but as long as the heat isn't too much. I don't know if you understood everything I'm saying, but yeah, you need somewhat of a not so hot type of weather to wear it, basically. So you be the judge for that. Lovely fragrance. At number 8 is Black Gold. And at number 7 I have Gold Intensive Oud. Now, yeah, intensive, it is a word, turns out. Not intense, intensive, okay? So, yeah, this one is kind of similar to this in terms of the scent profile to Black Line. So you're gonna expect a rose heavy fragrance that is really clean and easy to wear. Similar stuff. The rose note I think is the same. They used in both fragrances, but this one is different because it has citruses on top, at the top, sorry, and saffron, lots of musk, no leather in this one. So this one is like the more summer appropriate version of this, of Black Line. I prefer gold intensive oud. Now the scent profile is Middle Eastern. Okay, it's nothing new to me. I've smelled this growing up. Okay, but what I like about Mancera, this is one of the things that I enjoy the most. They make scent profiles that I like, that I've grown up with them, but they make them the Mancera way. They make them with Mancera oils. They add some certain notes like that are French perfumery based. So it gives you this familiar scent profile, but done in a way more interesting way, or more interesting fashion. So that's what I'm getting from this gold intensive oud. Rose, lots of it. Saffron, lots of it. Lots of citruses, lots of musk. Amazing amount of musk that is in this fragrance. But with the rose and the saffron, it becomes really interesting. And some people I've seen on Fragrantica saying that it smells like bleach. I don't know what they're saying, but let me tell you, I think they think it smells like bleach because of saffron. Because some guys don't know how saffron smells like. If you have smelled it, you'll know that it has somewhat of those cleaning agents, those cleaning products. It does smell a bit like that, especially like hospital floors. Saffron has that property in it. So, those who think it smells like bleach, it doesn't. That's just the saffron. But if you don't like saffron, if it comes across smelling like bleach to you, then yeah, this will not be good. You'll not enjoy it. Otherwise, like me, I'm really enjoying this. And let me tell you, this is my most worn Mancera. And when I say most worn, I'm not talking about volume, about how much milliliters or how many milliliters I have used. No, I'm saying it's the most worn in terms of frequency. Because this bottle, as you can see this dent on it, I've had this bottle for close to 3 months only. Some of these I have for like 2 years. But this one, just 3 months, and look at the dent. So it is considered my most worn in terms of frequency, or how many times I wear it. This is a year-round type of fragrance. Not winter. Maybe any other time of the year will be okay. Summer, even, like, you can wear this easily in the summer. Rose and saffron and all that. What, in the summer? Yes, you can wear this in the summer. It's super fresh, super clean, really easy to wear. Gender, 100% unisex. Blast, quite a decent amount of time. I would say 7 to 8 hours. Not a projection beast. When I first bought it, actually, it was really, really weak. It improved after like a month or so. So keep that in mind. Some of these Manceras really change over time. So yeah, this is a very, very good fragrance, and it's so underrated. No one talks about this one anymore. It is a lovely, lovely fragrance. Give it a try. You may really end up completely surprised, like, why is anyone talking about this? It's so good. And something, let me leave you with a last thought. This somehow in the base reminds me of Tiger. I'm just gonna leave that for you. Doesn't smell like it overall, but in the base, after like an hour or two, something reminds me of Tiger in this fragrance. But it's completely different, and it's completely awesome though. Gold Intensive Oud at number 7. And at number 6, the one and only, the infamous Intense Cedrat Boisé. Now this one is I think this is the first bottle I bought from like the first full bottle I bought from Mancera over 2 years ago, I think. I think over 2 years ago. This one, I don't know what else to say about it. Everyone knows what's up with this. Citruses, a bit of oud that's added in this one compared to the OG. Lots of citruses, lots of musk, lots of leather. A brilliant fragrance. Some floral notes as well, like jasmine. But people compare this as well as the OG to Aventus, Creed Aventus. I don't know what to say about that because they really don't smell like at all to me. I mean, it's a similar idea, yes, for sure, but really the scent profile is just different. It's not a clone or anything like that. But yeah, this one is really good. It's a good entry to this house if you want something that is easier to wear. Maybe the OG is safer than this one, but this is still, I would still think of it as safe, especially for men maybe 25 and above. 99% of them will enjoy this. Let me just say that. So yeah, it is masculine and longevity crazy with this one, over 12 hours. Very good projection the first 2 to 3 hours. You're not gonna smell it after a while. You may go nose blind to it like I do all the time with this one, but it does stay on you. Like I get whiffs of it like in the 10th hour, so I thought it's gone after 2 hours, but it's still there. It's there for a long time. Brilliant fragrance, popular for good reason. Intense Cedar Boise, and this is a year-round scent. You can wear this anytime, anywhere, no questions asked. At number 6, Intense Cedar Boise. And at number 5, we're at the top 5 now. The Red Beast, Red Tobacco. I haven't tried the Intense Flanker. I don't know why they would make an Intense Flanker. I think it's a cash grab. I mean, this is super intense as it is, but yeah. You don't know how marketing works, neither do I, so maybe they're making bank with the intense one. Anyway, profile of this is known. This is a very tobacco heavy kind of fragrance. Some oud is here, some pear, lots of musk, lots of tobacco. Other woods are here in this scent. Very popular, very good fragrance. Like this is one of those amazing value for money type of fragrances. You're gonna get a brilliant scent profile, a crazy good performance, and really amazing quality. For a tobacco scent, this is as good as it gets. Now this one smells masculine to me, although I wouldn't be mad at a woman wearing this, because tobacco in and of itself is not that, it's kind of neutral to me, so I think even women can wear a tobacco based fragrance. This one is just, I don't know what else to say about it. Strictly for winter, of course, winter, fall, and I prefer it for nighttime. Like if the weather is right where I live, at night, it's kind of cool. This is a brilliant fragrance. Works really well for that kind of setting. And like I said, longevity is crazy, but you're gonna get over 12 hours easily from this one. Brilliant stuff. Red Tobacco at number 5. At number 4, we have Oud Lemon Mint. Now, from the name, there's mint, but and some I also see it listed as a note, but I do not smell it at all in this fragrance. Lemon, I smell lemon from opening all the way to the dry down in this fragrance. So yeah, you're gonna get almond also in the top. You will get lemon, like I said, throughout the scent. You're gonna get woods, like oud is present here as well. This is a very popular scent as well. And even like the first time I tried it, I had a decant of it. I knew that I'm getting a bottle of this for sure because it smells different. It doesn't smell like most of the fragrances that you smell outside, and it is at the same time it is pleasant, and it's also interesting. It has really weird some weird notes like the leather and the oud that's here. It comes like it comes alive over time. You know, like the almond and the citrus part at the beginning is kind of safer than when the fragrance continues to dry down. So you gotta, take note of that. But overall, it's unique. It is strong. It's pleasant. Many people like it. Men, to be precise, would love this scent profile. I don't know what else to say. It's also modernized, like really a modern type of scent. And in my opinion, this is a signature type of scent that you can wear this year round, no problem. Lasts a very long time, over 12 hours. Crazy projection as well. Amazing one. Again, you're gonna have to sample everything here, but also like this one, even though it is very popular, many people buy it, I think some people might be turned off by almond. You have to keep that in mind because it's quite present, and from the opening all the way to the mid, it's there, like a very very present almond note. So take note of that. But overall, brilliant stuff. Oud lemon mint at number 4. Now top 3, these are really heavy hitters. Number 3, we have Black Prestigium. And oh my god, Black Prestigium. This is I would say this is a masterpiece. It's one of those fragrances that really made me like stop a little bit, think, enjoy this awesome scent. It is so good. It has orris root, or it's iris basically, that's in the top. Now, it is not a Dior Homme Intense or Dior Homme Parfum type of clone. Don't think of it that way. This is a Mancera fragrance. It smells like a Mancera fragrance as well. There's oud, there's rose, there's orris, there's violet, lots of it, and I think there's more violet here than iris. This is it's not an iris fragrance. Like some people may think of it as an iris fragrance. It is not, in my opinion. It is more about the violet than it is about the iris. And the rose here is, it's a rose oud combo basically. This fragrance. And if you've smelled Montal's oud rose combos, there are lots of them. I have stuff like black oud, intense black oud, which I have somewhere here. Those oud rose combos that Montal creates. This is one of them. Okay, but he made it more interesting, added more notes, the violet, the iris, to give it a different touch. It's also citrusy. Somehow there's a citrus note hidden with all these heavy, woody, rosy notes. Wow! This one is, maybe it's hard to pull off sometimes, but if in the right setting, this is one of the best like floral, woody fragrances that you can get your nose on. It's unisex in my opinion, although it slightly leans masculine. I would still, like, for me, I think it's best for men to wear this type of scent, but because of the violet, it's quite powdery here. Some may not like it. Men is what I'm saying. Like some men will think of it smelling as a grandma and all that. I read that stuff on fragrance because I'm just telling you. I do not think of it that way at all. It's a very good, very good rose oud combo with violet and iris. Basically, is that. Longevity, crazy, over 12 hours for sure. Seasons, this is fall and winter strictly. Now I'll just tell you that I wore this the first time I wore it. It was the first day I received it, and I was selling some fragrances to some guy. So I went to meet him in his, like, near to his office to give him the fragrances. So I met him for, like, I don't know, the whole exchange took like 15 seconds. He already paid me and everything. I just went to hand him the bottles. So the whole interaction took like 15 seconds. Then he went back to his office and I went back on my way home. Then he sent me a message afterwards, like a few hours later. Like, oh, thank you for the bottles, blah, blah, blah. By the way, what is the fragrance that you were wearing? It smells really good. Like, I left an impression on the guy, like, just 15 seconds, It didn't take a long time for me to get a compliment from this. And this, I was like 2 hours into the wearing, so it's been there for some time, And it's just really, really good. But totally not safe, totally something that you need to sample before you buy. So that's Black Prestigium at number 3. Now at number 2, this is my most favorite freshie from the house. It is Comcat Wood. Oh my god, this one is so good, so underrated as well, criminally underrated. This, now, okay, first I had a decant, okay, and the decant I had is probably from, I don't know which batch, but it's got to be something like 2022, 2023, something like that. So I like the decant, I like the scent, and I bought this bottle. I found it online, a tester, good price, I bought it. And as I received it, I smelled it, and it smells different, kind of different than the one I had, the decant I had. So I checked the bottle. Turns out this bottle is from 2013, the year this fragrance was released. So this is like an 11-year-old bottle. This is so old, and the juice here is different than the current batches, at least. Which, depending on what you like, could be a good, could be a bad thing. Anyway, for me, it started out as bad because it didn't smell the same, but as it continued with me, I enjoy it even more than the decant, and it performs better than the decant. It smells better than everything is just better with this old bottle. But I'll just describe the scent overall. Don't think of old batch or new batch formulation kind of thing. Don't think about that. Basically, this has vetiver. Like, this is mainly a vetiver fragrance. Vetiver, I think maybe the sandalwood. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But there is vetiver for sure. There is grapefruit in this one, along with some spices, some floral notes as well in the mid. It just smells different than all the other fresh scents that you come across. It smells old school a little bit. Like, it gives me that, like a masculine cologne type of DNA that is from maybe the 80s, something like that. Some scent profile that I don't smell anymore, like, I'm reminded of something, but I don't know what it is, because whatever it is that I smelled in the past doesn't exist now, basically. This fragrance gives me that old school vibe while still smelling really modern. Very pleasant, very good smelling, very interesting. Like, I love the kind of fresh fragrance that gives me something extra. I don't want to smell just fresh and clean like everyone else. I want something extra. This gives me that something extra. I don't know if it's the vetiver or the floral notes, whatever it is. Something about this fragrance just captures me. Just makes me feel good. I love this one. Comcat, but don't sleep on this. This one is maybe the most underrated from this house. Seriously, people just overlook this like it doesn't exist. It's awesome. It's brilliant. So okay, let me just give you a bit of a comparison, like to other scents. Now, to me, to my nose, this has a bit of that. What's it called? Almond Jane DNA. If you've smelled Almond Jane's fragrances, there's a DNA in all of them. If you know, you know. It somehow has a similarity. That backbone is somewhat here as well. If you have smelled Timbuktu, I think Artisan Perfumery, something like that. Timbuktu, the name. That has also a similar vibe to this. So, also Alors Homme Edition Blanche by Chanel also has a similar vibe to this. So it's those fragrances like mixed together, you end up with Kumquat wood. Very good stuff. Very awesome, underrated fragrance. Now with my bottle, this is an old bottle, so the performance I'm getting is crazy. Like I easily get 12 hours from this on my skin. For a fresh fragrance, that's insane. You may get maybe 8 hours from recent batches. Something still good, still very pleasant, very fresh. You will really enjoy it. I think it is a masculine fragrance, year round. This one you can wear anytime, anywhere, as long as you like freshies that are somewhat interesting. You know, there's a bit of wood, bit of heft that can work in the winter as well. So at number 2, my favorite freshie from the house is Kumquat wood. And at number 1, my favorite Mancera, the best Mancera in my opinion. And you will disagree with me, I know that, but it's my opinion. This is the best Mancera. It's called Black to Black. Oh my god, I don't know what to say about this one. So I did talk about the rose oud combos when I was talking about Black Prestigium. So this is a similar profile. This also is a rose oud Montal creation, and it is a scent profile that I'm familiar with. It's Middle Eastern. I have smelled this before, yes, for sure. However, the way Montal recreated that scent profile, I think he made it in the most genius way ever. Like, this guy is brilliant. He knows what he's doing. So you're gonna get the rose, the oud. It's a similar something. If you have been in the Middle East, you've smelled that before. However, here they added more musk. They added a lot of patchouli, a lot of leather, cloves as well. It is a very weird fragrance, let me tell you that. Not everybody's gonna like it. Some people will be like, are you crazy? You're gonna put Black to Black at number 1? Are you insane? I get it. But this one, either you love it or you hate it. And if you love it, you're going to fall head over heels in love with it, like I do. And even if you read the Fragrantica reviews, I've seen some of them like they say this is the best work from Montal. Pierre Montal, this is his finest work. And I agree. I agree with that. I haven't smelled every Montal fragrance in the world, honestly. But this one, wow. Just, I don't know what else to say. It gives me everything I need in a fragrance, you know? It is different, kind of weird, because I don't want to smell like everyone else. But at the same time, it just works. It's weird how this one works. It shouldn't work, really, with the cloves and the oud and the rose and the leather, patchouli, musk. Oh my god, how are these like jiving together? But wow, it is so good, especially like from the opening with the cloves. You some might not enjoy it, but some will think, what is that? That is so different. That is so interesting. That's what this fragrance does. This one gives me compliments. I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but it does. It is not the most pleasant smelling, but in the air, I don't know, it creates some kind of magic. And like I said, there are lots of the oud rose combos. There's like Black Prestigium. It's a similar side profile, but this basically is the more raw masculine version of this, like the way more masculine. There's also this Montal intense black oud. It smells somewhat similar to black, but this is more of a simplified profile compared to black to black. Like black to black is the more advanced, or maybe like the final boss of all the Udros combos that Montauk created. Now I love this fragrance so much to the point that I got a backup bottle. Now let me tell you, I don't have a backup bottle of any fragrance in my collection. None of them, except for this one. Now the reason is, of course, I like it, and it's also difficult to find because I think this is a Middle Eastern exclusive, so it's not readily available, at least where I live. But every now and then, like every 8 months, a year, a few bottles will pop up. Everyone will buy them and they'll disappear for another 8 year. Like another year, I'm gonna have to buy it again. So I found a bottle, but I'm almost done with the first one, so I have to get a backup because it's hard to find. And it's just my favorite. This is my favorite Mancera fragrance. Maybe my favorite fragrance in the whole collection. I didn't think about that enough, but it's definitely in the top 5 or top 3 even. One of the best works of Montal ever. You have to try it, definitely, like everything else. But if you love it, you're just like, this one is the reason why I sold some of them myself, because when I found this and I just loved it so much, I just thought I don't need others. Like, this is just making me feel good. This is what I want in a fragrance. It's amazing. It's masculine, like I said, longevity is good. You can get about maybe 10 hours or so, 10, 11 hours, around that. So it's not the strongest even in the collection or in Mancera. It's not always about performance, you know. It still performs amazingly well. But I mean, I have tried others that perform better, but smell-wise, the overall package, this is the best. I love this so much. This is more appropriate for winter and fall. I don't think this is a summer scent at all. Maybe spring at night, you can get away with it. The best Mancera ever is black to black for me, in my opinion, and it is at number 1. That was a very, very long video. I really thank you for sticking all the way till the end. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm even gonna release more videos on this channel or not. I don't have time, you know, to make videos, and even sometimes I have time, I just don't have the energy or maybe the enthusiasm to create or to film videos. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. You know, if you're expecting lots of videos and stuff like that, I'm sorry. This is not the channel for that. But if you're here, you're watching, I thank you for your time. I hope you got some value of this. And you know, like everything I said here, I kept on saying it again and again. Do not blind buy anything, you know. Always take whatever I say or whatever anyone else says with a grain of salt. Try before you buy is always the best option for you. Thank you once again for sticking around. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. I don't know when, but I will see you when I see you then. Take care. Bye bye.